I want to thank y'all for being here today. We're ready to announce our first week in office here with the new administration. We finished off for Saturday some things that we've done for things in the jail and so forth, and we're ready to announce what we've done. So, on January 19th, this is past Saturday, the Marshall County Sheriff's Office, along with multiple agencies here in the county, and we'll tell you those agencies here shortly. We conducted the jail shakedown here at the Marshall County Jail. That operation started at about 7:30 that morning, and we didn't finish up here until after 5 o'clock that afternoon. It's been a week-long process. It started on Monday. We put a lot of hours in this week, and for obvious reasons. We've been putting policies in place all week to deal with jail-related issues, and some of those issues that we needed to work on, that we knew we had to have or correct. One was inmate compliance. They need to know who's in charge of this county jail. Right. Other things, contraband coming into jail, but you see some of the things here that we recovered, and we'll talk about some of those things more in detail here in just a minute. We cleaned the jail. That's the cleanest the jail's probably been in a long time. We took extra effort and extra time to pull the trash out, put pine sol out, bleach, whatever we need to do. And the other thing is we had to make repairs to the jail that needed to be made that day. What we've done by collecting this stuff and having a shakedown, we now have a baseline how we want our jail to operate. And because of that, we put policies in place that would include random checks, random searches, random shakedowns to continue from here on out, to keep contraband out. And let's face it, you're never going to keep it all out, but we can put policies in place to keep it checked or keep it down. Nothing to the level that you're seeing here before you right now. At the beginning of the week, we issued an order that we suspended all privileges here in the jail. I know has come up in a few issues, a few topics. And the reason we did that was several reasons. One, for inmate compliance. It's a privilege. We're running the jail, we're not running the Holiday Inn here in this county. We had to have room to make those repairs that were needed. And we're going to send out pictures to everybody what kind of repairs those were, but just for example, we had exposed electrical wires in the jail. All from the kiosk and so forth that have been damaged by the inmates. They want to keep privileges in a kiosk for jail visitation or video visitation, phone calls. We're going to have to take care of the equipment that we put up there to provide for them. It's for them, it's not for us. So forth. But I'm happy to say we do have inmate compliance right now, which is a good thing. And that was our goal from day one. And because of that, we have already reinstated some privileges starting today. Now the privileges with jail visitation, video monitoring, and so forth, those will be reinstated as the week goes on because we're having to do repairs to those kiosks that handles those type of equipment and privileges. So with that, I'm sure everybody's got pictures of everything that's here. I want to say thank you to all the chiefs. I know we got several chiefs here with us that took part for helping supply manpower to help us do this. And I'm going to kind of give you a rundown of the agencies that supplied manpower for us. We had Gunnersville, Boaz, Albertville, Arab, Grant and Douglas Police Departments, State Probation, the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, the Marshall County Drug Enforcement Unit, Marshall County District Attorney's Office. Did I leave anybody out? I want everybody to get credit. I think and I want those people to know we appreciate their help, their cooperation. When I got elected, that was one of the things I said we were going to do, is we were going to work with our local, state, and our federal partners to get the job done no matter what that job was. So that's one of our first steps. I'm proud to say we were able to do that. So that's it in a nutshell. You can see we did recover cell phones. We recovered rope, which you'll see here, made out of garbage bags. Some of these ropes are estimated 25 feet long. Shanks, cell phone chargers, a Dremel tool along with the bits was recovered. It's laying right out here in the front. Tobacco, just all kind of items that you're not supposed to have in the jail. So, with that, Chiefs, y'all have anything y'all like to say?
Just inmates know it. Our community knows. There's a new sheriff in town.
That's correct. They know it now. There's a new sheriff in town, yes, sir. So with that, y'all have any questions? We'll take questions.
Sheriff, did you find any drugs in the jail, or can you say?
Any drugs?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we found heroin and methamphetamine. We also found rigs, needles that was being used for drug use.
And one of the problems in the last year was a lack of inexperienced staff, or just, or not staff, but jailers and just jailers overall. I'm sure you guys are correcting that problem this week.
We have worked on it. Fortunately, right now, we're nearly back to full staff on the correction side. We're instituting training programs for those guys. It's a work in progress. It's gonna take us time to get there. But we've got a good baseline, a good footing. Our county commission is working with us very close to solve some of these problems in the jail. We're gonna give you some pictures later of some of the repairs that's gonna be needed and so forth in the jail. Steve Guthrie, Assistant Chief, he'll be your point of contact on that, so make sure you get your contact information to him.
Did you say that you've almost got the level of jailers to par where it needs to be?
We're almost fully staffed on correction officers, yes.
We're down
And we're-
two,
we-
down
we-
two, sure.
We got, I think we got 2 openings left.
Yeah.
So,
How many positions did y'all fill? You know?
I don't remember the exact number right now, all but 2, was that 26?
We're just down two.
Yeah, I think we got 26 in there now, and, so we got 2 more to fill. We got some good guys that come to work, so we're proud of that.
I don't know if it's part of the, shakedown process, but have y'all been able to determine how they were getting some of this stuff in?
There's a number of reasons how something can get in the jail. I can tell you some of the things we've done to restrict that. One is trustees no longer roam the building or the lot without escort from the correction officer or deputy. So trustees no longer move freely. We've instituted policies on what can go up with employees and what can't go up with employees, I would say that. So we've restricted that also to cut down any kind of temptation or any kind of ability for stuff to get in. Are you always gonna keep stuff out? No, but we can put policies in place to minimize the best that we can, and that's what we're doing.
When was the last time there was a shakedown like this, and how much time was there for them to get all of this stuff?
Prior to this one here,
Right.
I don't know personally. I can tell you, I was told it's been over 10 years. Now, I know during back last year, while the problem started happening, they started having some searches made. But I couldn't tell you what they found. It was never made public, exactly everything was found.
How many inmates do you all have?
Do what?
How many inmates are there?
I think we're at 292 this morning, is what our count was this morning. I don't know what it is exactly at the moment.
Okay.
And was all this stuff found since you took office?
Yes. Yeah, some, it's all out through the week. There's been a few items here that was probably found the weekend before we started. So we went ahead and put some of those items out. But the majority of it is here recently, yes.
Were you able to pinpoint what inmates had what, and are they being charged?
No, the goal of operation was to clean the jail. We called it Operation Clean Sweep, pretty much. That was our goal, was to clean the jail. It wasn't to prosecute. It was secure the facility, to get the contraband out, and for inmate compliance. That was our 2 goals.
How about from here forward?
Doing that,
What about from here forward as far as contraband?
that's where we're going to institute policies of random checks, random searches by our staff, and nobody will know when we're going to do them, but they will be routine. We don't want to lose what we've already gained, so we will keep the policies in place to keep that going.
Was there anything that was especially kind of concerning that you guys found?
Dremel tool, even had a charger with it. The bits are made to cut metal and stone. So yeah, there was several things. Chains, you can see some of the chains. Those are weapons. If you come up here and look at this necklace with the cross on it, whoever did that, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's made with garbage bags. But even though it's a necklace with a cross, it's also a weapon because it can be made to choke somebody or choke a correctional officer or anything like that. So you can pick it up and pull it, you'll see how strong it is.
Also, can you touch it?
Yeah, can we
Yeah,
touch it?
yeah, just touch it out. Be careful what you do to
Yeah.
that necklace. You can pull it. If you do some gloves, we got some gloves over here. But you can pull it. You'll see how strong it is. It can choke somebody.
And then I have another question. At the next commission meeting, funding for the jail is on the agenda. Is that for repairs?
What, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Now we'll be talking, addressing the county commission about employees.
Okay.
employees and stuff like that, and that's coming up tomorrow. Like I said, our county commission's working, they're here now, and they're working with us, and I'm proud to say we got a great working relationship going on with the chairman and the commissioners. Proud of it, and by that, we will get some things done, but we will get them done, no doubt.
Can you elaborate a little bit about the policies that you, as far as privileges, what all's been taken away, what's been reinstated, and what will be reinstated?
At the beginning of the week, we suspended visitation. A lot of people think that's one-on-one, but that's also video visitation, which is what we primarily do. That was done for two reasons, not just for contraband, but for compliance. That's a privilege. They still got paper and pen up there, they can write families, they can still write home. So another TV privileges were suspended. Commissary privileges were suspended, except for those items that were required by law to let them have or have access to, such as hygiene and so forth. So those things there were suspended. And part of that had to do with contraband, to alleviate or try to cut down on this, and for inmate compliance. So if you act right, do right, you get your privileges. Like I said, this is not a Holiday Inn, we're running a county jail. And it's just the way it is.
Are the privileges gonna be reinstated across the board, or individuals as they earn it?
Well, we would have reinstated all of them today, except TV and so forth has been reinstated. But the visitation kiosk, where they actually do the visitation from portal, and the commissary where you order, well, the inmates have damaged those over the last ever how long. So we're gonna have to repair those. And once they're repaired, and we should have them repaired the next few days. Once they are repaired, those privileges will be reinstated.
Are there limits on what kind of TV that inmates are allowed to watch? Are there certain channels that you have? Or where you
Honestly, Ed, I can't answer that. When I went the other day, Fox News was on.
conservative prisoners then?
It's selected channels. I couldn't tell you exactly what channels they are, but nothing vulgar or anything like that. So is there anything else? All right, we appreciate y'all coming out. If you have any questions, get with me, Assistant Chief Guthrie, or with Chief Gibbs, and we'll try to answer your questions for you. Thank y'all. Nobody want to say anything?
Thank you.
I checked out some of the stuff. Okay. This is really gross. They said it's something that was turned into chewing tobacco. Get into focus. Here we go. Lots of photos.
I thought it was Fox News last night. That's what they were watching.
Your wife. This is that cross that you was talking about, made out of trash bags. Pretty crazy. It looks like wire. And so many tables. And over here. Not sure what that is made out of.
All right. I don't think nothing about eating.
It just keeps going.
Did you eat good last night?
Yeah, he ate.
Shoes, I feel like, would be hard to sneak into a jail unless you're wearing them.
Hey, thank God. We usually have plenty of food. I always bring food.
All right, that is it. I'll be broadcasting what all this is and summarize a bit of what the sheriff said tonight. So be sure to tune in at 5:30.
I told her to take a picture and send it. I said, let's send it. His wife was like, everybody.